Am I the asshole for wearing a white dress to my sister's wedding? I, 28 female, was invited to my sister's 32 female wedding on October 4, 2022. For months my sister planned for her wedding, and about 4 months before the wedding she let us know her maid of honor, bridesmaids and all other things to do with guest roles etc. Well, I was one of her bridesmaids. My sister didn't want to buy all of the bridesmaids' dresses as she wanted us to contrast and feel comfortable in our dresses, but one thing she let us know was that the bridesmaids were to wear white dresses. A few weeks later I went bridesmaid dress shopping. I really care about my sister, so I put a lot of thought and time into choosing my dress, hoping it would be okay for her wedding. I found this beautiful lace corset, long white dress. This dress was expensive, around £1,500, and the boutique had a no return policy unless the dress was broken or ripped. Meaning once I had bought it, I couldn't return it. So, I decided to be the smart person and have my sister come round to the boutique to see me in the dress the next day. My sister was overjoyed. She exclaimed she loved the dress and it was perfect for her wedding. She insisted that I should buy it. So, I bought it for £1,500. I was the first bridesmaid to get their dress. All of my sister's friends seemed almost a little too laid back. A week before the wedding comes and I wake up to texts and calls from my sister, friends and family. Most of the ones from friends and family were letting me know my sister had to talk. I open my sister's texts and see. Change of plan. I do not want bridesmaids wearing white. White is for the bride and all the other bridesmaids are now wearing teal. Please buy another dress, thanks XX. My heart literally sank. I did not have enough money to buy another dress after the money I spent on that dress. I let my sister and family know this and attended the wedding, but everyone was giving me dirty looks and stares, especially the groom. My sister was infuriated with me afterwards and my entire family is ignoring me. So, am I the asshole? Not the asshole. The entire "only the bride wears white" goes out the window when the bride explicitly states that you should buy the white dress for her wedding. Your sister sucks though. £1,500 is a lot of money. If she wants you to wear a teal dress, that's fine, as long as she reimburses you for the white one. Not the asshole. First off, it's completely suspicious that no one had their dresses and seemed to laid back, cause they knew teal was the color, not white from the beginning, not 1 week beforehand. Like teal, in my mind, is a summer color, where's everyone getting a teal dress at a week's notice, delivery, fit etc. Your sister was setting you up to fail here. She watched you drop £1,500 on a dress after okaying it and seeing it on. I think she didn't want you in her wedding party? Maybe you looked too good in the dress? Maybe she was jealous of said dress? Who knows, but she did you dirty here. I'd rather not speak to people who think that this is acceptable. Yeah, this whole thing screams set up. It sounds like she did not want her to go. Not the asshole. Your sister is the biggest asshole in this story for saying to wear white, encouraging you to spend so much money on a white dress, then changing plans so soon to the wedding without offering any aid in getting a new dress for you, knowing you had spent so much on her wedding and couldn't afford to spend more. Not the asshole, and your sister is being ridiculous. Who the hell changes up the entire color scheme a week before the wedding? Your sister either set you up to fail with the rest of the bridal party, them being laid back as Seuss, or she really is a flake. Either way, she's a bridezilla. Your sister approved your dress, after she physically saw it with her own eyes. She then changed plans 1 week before the wedding. As if this was enough time to replace the dress? The dress she knew was expensive and non-refundable? That she approved? At that point, when you found out about the change, I feel like your only options were to wear the white dress, or not attend. When you found out about the change, did you tell her you were still going to wear it, or was it a surprise to her on the wedding day? Not the asshole. You realize your sister set you up for this, right? Edit. Word. This feels like a setup. Feels Machiavellian. Like she wanted to manufacture some juicy, "Can you believe she wore white to my wedding?" type gossip and indignation, and then set you up to be her patsy. Cause it takes much longer than a week to order, ship, and get several bridesmaids' dresses altered, so how did all of them pull that off? And even if we presume it was possible, why on earth didn't they include you in that process? You, who your sister knew, and had enthusiastically approved, had bought an expensive dress long ago. It just doesn't add up. Not the asshole. Everyone sucks here. Your sister obviously sucks for changing the dress color last minute, but I have some questions about the dress because something doesn't seem right. If you knew you weren't going to match the bridesmaids and was going to match the bride, why didn't you choose another existing dress in your wardrobe to wear? Why go ahead with the white dress? If you didn't have any other dresses, I'd even go with black pants and a nice blouse. It will definitely clash, but I'd rather not wear white with the bride. Also, the dress was $1,500 and this sounds like a wedding dress. Did you buy a wedding dress? That's in poor taste, even if the bride isn't wearing white. There's so many other white dresses available. Also, $1,500 is a lot of money for a dress as a bridesmaid. Why did you spend that much? Edit. What was the original color for the bride? Greater than also, $1,500 is a lot of money for a dress as a bridesmaid. Why did you spend that much? Yeah, not to put too fine a point on it, but if you're willing to spend $1,500 on a bridesmaid dress but then can't possibly find a teal dress in your budget, which can definitely be found for less than $50, you need to rethink your priorities and how you spend money. TBH, it's not necessarily just the cost but the time to order and try in the new dress within a week, which is madness. Not the asshole. She saw you in the dress. Gave you the approval. You bought the dress and then she changed her mind? That sucks. If she didn't want you in white, she should have never given her approval for you to be in white. If she wanted to change it last minute, she could have at least helped you pay for a new teal dress or helped you try and sell the one you bought. I would normally say you are the asshole because traditionally only the bride wears white. But she saw you in it and approved it. She didn't just approve it, original poster said the bride mandated it. Not enough information. Did you let your family and sister know that you didn't have enough money to buy a new dress, or did you just say, no, I'll wear the white dress, without any extra information? I'm also curious if she explicitly told them she would still be wearing the white dress, or if she didn't answer, or even blatantly agreed to not wear it then still showed up in it. I need these answers. LMAO. Everyone sucks here. My guess is you bought an actual wedding dress. Your sister is no prize for moving the goalposts so close to the event. I'm not entirely unconvinced that your sister set you up to be a villain, and the other bridesmaids were always wearing teal. But original poster's sister approved the dress. How does that make original poster wrong for wearing it anyway? I get she didn't have money for another, but I also suspect WCT this was a literal wedding dress. If it was an obvious evening dress in just white, then I say the bride made her bed, but from the description and price, I wouldn't have worn it even to spite her. Also, I do think original poster was set up too. No bride realized the week before that they should be the only ones in white. Everyone sucks here. There are plenty of dresses in the world that are gorgeous and A don't cost £1,500, and B can be returned. Your sister was inconsiderate for changing the dress color at the last minute. However, you really set yourself up with your decision making. Edit. You could have had the dress professionally dyed. I guess people can spend as much money as they want. The problem here is the change of plans. And not all dresses can be dyed, especially lace ones. Oh well, awkward but not the asshole. Two things. 1. Your sister, or literally anyone, should have been on the white for bride and no one else page from the beginning. That is the norm. Not required, of course, bride's choice. She didn't care, even preferred bridesmaids in white, then literally last minute she changes her mind. I suspect that someone convinced her that she needed to be more traditional, and that makes it a problem for you. 2. I don't know where all the brains are in this bridal party, no offense. It's obvious to me the solution was to buy a packet of teal RIT dye to color the white dress you bought. But you didn't. You wore what you bought as is, and emo, that's perfectly fair from the point of view of money invested. I mean, this reads like the entire bridal party didn't have a clue, concern about bridal traditions in the slightest during planning, but then those same people are all but hurt about those same traditions being violated on the day. Whack-a-doodle. I strongly suspect the other bridesmaids were always wearing teal. There have been a mutiny otherwise. Not the asshole. Wow. Her text is oddly casual, knowing that you spent that much on a white dress already. But also never spend that much on a bridesmaid's dress. None of her friends were going to spend nearly that much. I am finding it really hard to believe that $1,500 dress was a simple bridesmaid dress. It sounds more like a wedding dress, and for that amount of money I bet it was dazzling. There's no way you didn't know it. You don't outshine a bride at her own wedding, and B, you don't wear a white dress to a wedding. You are either dense or you are trying to come across as innocent, naive. The whole post is written in a way that leaves too many questions unanswered and nothing makes any sense. Like, why would you spend $1,500 on a bridesmaid dress since you later revealed you are not well off? You couldn't afford a $80 dress after your sister's change of plans? Like, why would you need a wedding gown when you were just a bridesmaid? You wouldn't even match with the other bridesmaids. Like, how did your sister went from loving your dress to absolutely banning it out of the blue? You are surely leaving out crucial info to make yourself a victim here. That's why you get a massive "you are the asshole." Everyone sucks here. Your sister shouldn't have changed her plans so close to the wedding, but you shouldn't have worn a white dress once she did. There's no way you didn't know that was going to cause drama. I think it was pretty short-sighted to buy such an expensive dress in the first place, but as another commenter also pointed out, dyeing it teal was the obvious answer. Yes, I don't understand why anyone would pay that much for a bridesmaid dress. It sounds like she bought a wedding dress. Everyone sucks here. Sounds like you bought an actual bridal gown. Sister shouldn't have changed her mind. You shouldn't have worn it anyway. Completely at a loss as to why you spent £1,500 on a dress. Sister approved the dress before original poster purchased it. She is not the asshole. Not the asshole. Do you really have a close relationship with your sister? It sounds like she and her friends were out to screw with you. Not the asshole. You had the bride approve your dress and she knew it was expensive and not refundable. If I were you, I would however come with the petty solution of buying the first non-white random cheap dress at the local thrift store. If anyone would be commenting at that, I would simply explain that you had the bride's approval for a very expensive dress, but that the bride all of a sudden circled back on het decision, leaving you with no budget to buy a new one. Not the asshole. It sounds like she had a vision for her wedding party all in white, and someone talked her out of it last minute. She literally approved your dress, in person, before you bought it. I'm not sure how anyone could vote you YTA for that. Everyone sucks here, leaning not the asshole. You didn't have to wear the dress. Surely you had something else in your closet that would have met the dress code and you could have attended as a guest. Also, $1,500 on a non-returnable white dress from a boutique sounds a little like a wedding dress, honestly, and I don't understand why you spent that much money on this. $1,500 is wedding dress money, not bridesmaid money. There are plenty of other boutiques, stores, and websites that have nice and more affordable options with return policies. For example, Azazi has nice bridesmaid dresses for just over $100 and they're returnable. But your sister is a massive asshole for pulling this stunt. This was deliberately planned to make you look like an asshole. You may want to consider showing the approval texts etc. to your family if you haven't, and make the case that if it was so important to suddenly have teal, and I assume the rest of the party was in teal, too, that someone needed to front you the cash for a last-minute dress. Not the asshole for buying it. You did what you were told. TBH, this sounds like a setup. I probably wouldn't have worn the dress at the wedding. I actually would not have gone full stop over her jealous shenanigans. Not the asshole. You took your sister to the shop, showed the dress. I'm assuming you explained the shop's policy when you took her to the shop. If she later then changed the plans at the wedding, she should have helped find you a dress that matched her new scheme. Your sister isn't an A because she changed her mind, her wedding, her rules. She's the A because she didn't help find another dress after you already bought one. Now on a random note, if she was aware of your dress, its cost, and the return policy, she should have arranged to talk to you in person, not text it. Sister is asshole for changing mind after original poster bought an approved £1,500 dress. Holy shit. Not the asshole. It's weird that your family aren't more understanding, especially it involves money.